Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to Game 3 between Yellow Submarines and Team Liquid. We saw Team Liquid manage to take the second game, pretty dominant fashion as well. We saw Yellow Submarines take the first game. So it's been two pretty, one-sided games so far throughout this series. I mean, there's a little bit of contention between the two in the early portions of the game, but as soon as it sort of hit that mid-phase, Liquid just ended up running away with it. So hopefully this third game we'll see a super balanced fight between the two. Liquid can immediately start up with a Void Spirit pickup, and then Yellow Submarine going to respond with the IO pick. And now we see, there it is. There's the Lone Druid that's going to be going into the hands of Koifer. Alright, Yellow Submarines, they didn't ban it out, so they're going to get punished. I think they might be able to play pretty damn well and stop this Lone Druid that's going to be coming out, but Koifer displays this hero like an absolute demon. I think he's got like a real silly win rate with it. Real silly win rate. Yeah, so, well, Liquid in total... Yeah, they've got a 61% win rate with the Lone Druid. It's not huge, actually. It's not terrible. But his average KDA is 5.58. That's pretty damn good. The Yellow Submarine, they're going to grab the Mars once again. So they've had it every single game so far this series. It works pretty well in the first game, but sort of lackluster in the second phase. But Liquid, they banned out the Lifestealer for them, so... I guess they felt sort of compelled to go for it. Maybe that was Liquid's plan by banning out the Lifestealer. They just wanted to lure Yellow Submarine into that false sense of security and force them to go for that Mars pickup. But I don't think that's way too mind gamey. Way too mind gamey. I don't think that's going to happen. The Yellow Submarines, they ban out Tiger's Earth Spirit. It was such a damn pain in the arse that previous game. They don't want to deal with that again, as well as taking away Insania's Oracle. So Liquid's going to have to come up with a couple of different supports now. I mean, we could potentially see this Void Spirit go into a more support role. Mickey plays it and Boxy play it. And I think Tiger may potentially play it. I don't think I've ever seen him in a professional game play it. So probably won't see that. So we're probably going to end up seeing this as a position 3 Void Spirit in the hands of Boxy. So we'll see what sort of priority that these two teams are going to focus their bans on. There's still the position 1 left to grab up on the side of Liquid, as well as Yellow Submarine. The Yellow Submarine actually going to take away the Rubik. So they're heavily focusing a lot of their bans this game towards Insania and Tiger. Just really wanting to hinder the supports on the side of Liquid this time. So it looks like Mickey's probably going to have his pick of the litter on what carry he actually wants to go with this game. I mean, so far, Morphlin isn't looking too bad. If he goes that shotgun build, could potentially just blow up the IO. Or even if he ever gets stuck in the arena, he can always just waveform out of it. And it's a hero that Mickey just loves to play as well. Liquid, they take away the Drow. Don't want an overcharged Drow to just be firing artillery off from the side whilst this arena just traps the entirety of Team Liquid. That fight would just go south real damn quickly. And again, their last ban on the side of Yellow Submarines takes away Tiger's Enigma. Even though it didn't actually accomplish anything in that first series, it got shut down pretty damn hard. They're still going to show quite a lot of respect for the supports on the side of Liquid. Just really limit their pull. We'll see what Yellow Submarine's going to grab up as their next pick. Probably going to be their position 4, I'd imagine. The Phoenix is available, but I mean, as you've already got an IO, you generally need to have your other support as a hero that can actually assist the egg as well to stop it from going down. They're using a huge amount of their reserve time just for this third pick. They really want to make sure they get the right one. Maybe I think they're just deliberating whether if they want to go down the Phoenix route again. They're really unsure. They need to make sure they do the right pick this time because this is down to a best of one. Whoever loses this will be out of the tournament. They're using all of it. They're using all of their reserve time. They've got to make a pick pretty damn soon. They just don't know what they want to go with. They're actually going to go for the Dark Willow. It's definitely something we've not seen come out for a while. So we'll see what So Bad's able to do on this Dark Willow. Paired up with the Mars. Spear into the brambles as well. With the fairy as well, does a lot of damn damage, so it can work out quite well. It just depends if they're actually able to get the space to make this combo come off each time. Meanwhile, Liquid though, they're going to grab the Pangolier, which is probably going to be the hands of Boxy for the offlane. So then this Void Spirit. Is this Void Spirit then going to be a Tiger Void Spirit? Or maybe it's actually going to be a Mickey Void Spirit? I'm not too sure. But Yellow Submarine, they're actually going to grab the Chaos Knight. Generally, nowadays, you see the Chaos Knight as that position 3 role. You don't really tend to see it as the core 1 on a team. But it looks like it probably is. A CK and an IO combo always works out quite nicely. Just the global presence from the CK, able to just get a lot of damn work out of those Phantom Illusions. So still looking like it's a mid laner left to pick up for the side of Yellow Submarines. But Liquid, it's looking like this Void Spirit must be a support role. Unless they have just grabbed all 3 cores in the first 3 picks. I mean, it's crazy, but I wouldn't put it past Liquid. They do some weird stuff. And they're actually going to go for the Snapfire. I mean, this could then be a Mickey Snapfire. So then it'll be a Mickey Snapfire going into the taking that into the mid lane. Koifa will be taking the Lone Druid to the safe lane down bottom. Unless this is a support Pangolier, this could actually be position 4 Pango. And maybe Boxy's still going to take this Void Spirit as the 3. Because, I mean, it's not like any of the picks on the side of Yellow Submarine has actually countered the Void Spirit. It's still a decent Void Spirit game, so they could easily put this into that core role if they so wished. But then, would their final pick on the side of Liquid be their POS 5? I don't know, it's quite awkward. But Yellow Submarines are sure that this is still going to be a Mickey hero left to grab. So they ban out the Jug. Well, Liquid take away the Bat Rider. YellowSubmarine, they definitely need someone who can go with the tempo of the rest of the team. This is all about coming online as early as they possibly can. You need to be able to withhold this lone druid from besieging all your towers super early on. Liquid actually take away the Storm Spirit. Definitely would have been a good grab up. Just to jump into those back lines. Maybe... I would say like a Leshrac, but a Leshrac's really squishy. And with a Snapfire and a Lone Druid, the Gobble Up, just be able to send anyone flying in on top of that Leshrac and make it quite a dangerous spot to be. But here's Submarine to actually take away the Terror Blade. That's the last grab. I don't know, it's quite confusing, the lineup of Liquid. I mean, the only reason I'm thinking this Snapfire is going to be in the hands of Mickey is purely because every time I've seen Liquid take a Snapfire, it's been in the hand of Mickey. I mean, it does have every possibility to be able to just move into the position 5 role. Because, I mean, all Snapfire really needs is to hit that level 6, and that's a big enough power spike in itself. So it is going to be a core Snapfire then, so they pick up the Shadow Demon, which will probably be Insania's hero for that position 5, which means... And then it just depends if the Void Spirit's going to be the 4 or the Pango is going to be the 4. But yeah, the Submarines actually ends up grabbing up the TA. So definitely a hero that can do quite well in the mid lane up against a... yeah, not too bad against a Snapfire, but to avoid the damage that comes out from the cookie as well as the Scatter Blast from those refractions. So Tauron shouldn't have too bad of a time in that mid for sure. But it's actually position 5 Pangolier. Tiger's taken the Shadow Demons to 4, and then Boxy is running that Void Spirit as the core role in the position 3. So we'll have to see how this off lane goes for Liquid, or the safe lane for Yellow Submarines. I mean, is there a huge amount of kill threat between the Shadow Demon and the Void Spirit? I mean, maybe if Miposhka's already got like 3 poison stacks on him, and then Boxy manages to catch him off with a Void Remnant, we could potentially get a kill up there from that. Otherwise, it could then just be Tiger being the target from Yutaro and Miposhka getting on top of him. Be quite an interesting lane to see for sure. But we'll have to see what a position 5 Pangolier is able to do up against the Mars and the Dark Willow. Gonna be a pretty awkward one for him to be able to try and lay out a little bit of harassment without getting like beaten down himself. Oh, nearly in time for the drop of the music there. Unfortunately, my timing just isn't quite that peak. Weak sauce. Koi as we expect, running the lone druid up into that safe lane. Okay, taking the Snapfire in the mid. I'm a baby, and no longer living baby. Goddamn, the voice lines from the book Diatide are just so good, so weird. I still haven't played it yet. Sad times, man. Sad times. Soon, my friends. Soon. Soon. Oh. So see what Box is able to do in this core role as the Void Spirit in the off lane. Mainly just going to be running interference for a large majority of this game. Probably see a really early
Was that intentional?
Aghanims come out.
It looked intentional.
Or would we see an early Aghanims? Doesn't really need to get an early Aghanims. It's not like there's going to be a huge amount of work coming out from the silence. So Utaro's positioned up down on that bottom bounty. Looks like he would actually get it. Boxy doesn't want to try anything too crazy to try and snatch that away. But it ends up just being a 2-for-2 trade. So we'll see how Tauron's able to do in the mid lane. We'll probably see Mickey just putting 1 point into Little Shredder. It's just going to be an easy way for him to purge off those refraction charges without having to like commit any of his big costing spells. Even still, Tauron only managing to get one last hit for the whole part of that first wave. It's definitely not starting off too good. And up top, so bad. Getting a lot of pressure applied to him from Insania here. Plus all the hits coming up from Koifer. They're all trying forward with the swashbuckle, and it's actually enough to get the first blood. Going towards Koifer as well. No, but get away. Koifer's just going to start healing up. It should be that Blightstone, the first item on top of the on the bear. Just makes that swashbuckle do even more damage as it is physical orientated. So it's a small synergy, but it's a nice little synergy nonetheless. Meanwhile, down bottom, Utara and Poshka just trying to apply a little bit of pressure onto Boxy. Pump the action. Nay, motherfucker, nay. But maybe Utara wants to try and get a little bit busy, but good time with the illusions there by Tiger. Just going to stop too much rest coming out. New on the mid, we still see Mickey at the top there. 10-4 to the 7-1. It's only a slight lead, but it's a lead nonetheless. So it just seems as though Tauron, he's got put 2 levels into those refractions, but he's having to spam them pretty damn often. And he's not getting much out of it. Meanwhile, down bottom, Poshka and Utaro actually getting the kill onto Boxy. He could not get away in time. There's not enough assistance that Tiger could actually do to keep him alive. On top. Koifer just trading a little bit of blows with the collapse there. Jump forward from the Sonia. That's quite a nice bit of damage onto Tiger, but he will just pop the pop that Dark Realm. Shadow Realm. What a lot more to the damage with the collapse. He actually gets the spear onto Insania. With the God's Rebuke, it's actually enough to bring him down. So they finally get a another kill up, a return kill onto this top lane. Well, down bottom, Utaro and Poshka applying more pressure onto Boxing. It's just going to force him to Remnant out of there. Utaro's having a relatively nice time down bottom. Nothing that the Void Spirit or the Shadow Demon could really do to pressure him all that much. And this is a large portion of time just free farm down here for him. Meanwhile, Mickey, he's not actually choosing to go for any points in Little Shredder. I mean, I know it's not the general mid build, but I thought maybe he might mix it up purely for the fact that there is those refraction charges, but maybe he's just counting on taking those away with his normal auto attacks. Doesn't want to have to commit any spells just for doing that. You even get lucky with the illusion rune. Bottles that up. Nice cookie there forward. Will actually connect on the Tauron. And with the rotation coming out from Tiger, taking away those refraction charges. And Tiger actually ends up getting the last hit with the Shadow Poison. Well, there was a rotation maybe coming out from the side of the YellowSubmarines, but it gets cancelled at the last second, realising that there just would have been no point. Tauron would have been dead nonetheless. And so Koifer's having a pretty easy time up here now. More and more levels start funneling into that bear. It just keeps getting stronger and stronger. Only a quarter of the level away now from that level 3 bear. Okay, really lucky with these roots as well. Oh, back at the top. Looks like Insania might get a solo kill once. So bad, not quite enough damage to keep him in place. The spear does come out, locks Insania, and with the God's Rebuke is enough damage to finish him off. Koifa will be able to just snag away the bounty rune as well. Needs to be a little bit careful though. There is a spear online for collapse, level 2 as well, so it might be enough damage just to bring down Koifa if he's staying too aggressive here. So bad's actually going to find him in the back. Spear, it's actually just off the mark. That one little hit there from So Bad doesn't even need to wait for the full Shadow Realm timer. We'll just pop it early, get some nice kill onto Koifa. But even Yutaro and Pushka find another kill onto Boxy. He does lead them on a wild goose chase by the looks, which takes them all the way into their own jungle. But even still, it's another kill. Just more XP and gold being funneled into this Chaos Knight, and they're just charging straight forward for Tiger. Forces him to use the disruption just so he can back away. So the only lane that's going super well for the side of the Liquid so far is the mid lane. That is Mickey. Let's see what he's able to do with these early levels. See if maybe he's going to try and get a kill with this early 6. Or maybe just going to try and use it for farming up an ancient stack.
That's no good.
So Tauron, he's sort of been forced away from the his lane now. He's gonna have to try and farm up in the jungle as much as he can. But even still, Tiger's positioned quite aggressively here, and even Mickey's hanging around pretty damn close. Box even snipes for Poshka's curry there. There's a lot of items on that. A little bit unfortunate there for him. He's still Liquid at this point. To take anything that he can sort of find. Mickey even rotating around down bottom as well. They want to try and make some sort of play happen onto Yutaro. Cookie forward. It actually misses. Yutaro is able to just walk it off. The cookies, the Morpheus Kisses does get committed, but Yutaro is right next to him. There's no damage to stop that from happening. There is the Void Remnant just to stop the TP, and a Scatter Blast to the face blows the Horseman away. So this is the first rotation from Mickey going as success, taking away the position 1 on the side of Yellow Submarines. So as you see, when you got that Snapfire in the mid, the Mickey going straight for the Ag's first item. Doesn't care about anything else. You can have a pretty decent timing as well. Seems like Poshka and Yutaro, they've swapped their lanes up now. They're heading towards the top. Maybe looking to see if they can get a grab onto Koifa here. It'll definitely be a nice kill if they can find it. Yutaro actually just reality riffs onto the bear. There's not enough damage to keep him in place there. Even the true form now used up by Koifa. Mass TP's coming out from the side of Liquid. Insania's the first one here, but it looks like Yellow Submarines might be able to just completely bail. They couldn't even get a route from the bear onto Miposhka either, so... But even so, it was just the supports on the side of Liquid that had to rotate around, so it's not like the biggest loss in the world. They make sure that Koifa stays safe. Make sure he keeps on farming as much as he possibly can. Morpheus Kisses committed out from Mickey, gets the kill onto So Bad, and there's even loads of damage coming out onto Tauron, and he falls as well. Nice double kill there from Mickey, just Insania running a little bit of interference. And that's just going to be the Aghanims online even sooner now, 1600 gold. He's got enough to buy that point booster, and then he's only about 600 gold again from actually finishing up this Ags. Super nice timing. Yutaro and Raposhka are still positioned up around top. It looks like they might find a jump onto Tiger. This will be the position 5 from the side of Liquid finally going down. YellowSubmarine, they find something. They find something. But unfortunately, it's not quite the things that they want to be finding. Okay, even gets the cookie off the high ground just to make sure you can secure up the arcane rune. Takes a bit of damage in the return, but hey, he doesn't mind that. Make sure he's denying those runes away from the enemy mid. Yutaro is still working towards that first item of the armlet. Has he got the armlet? Is it coming on courier? No, it's a book. So he's actually going for the first item of the Echo Saber then. Not going to bother going for that armlet of Mordigian. Mordigian? I think it's Mordigian. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm sure it is. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that. So, I mean, the fact that he's skipping the armlet, he's not going to have that sort of big HP or damage boost when he does get grabs with the IO. So it's a little bit strange in itself, but we'll see if this Echo Saber build works out for him. I mean, it's quite odd, purely for the fact that the IO is providing a lot of attack speed anyway. So maybe you just want the armlet to ramp up the damage that attack speed is actually allowing you to do. So, well, I mean, we'll just have to wait and see to see if this Echo Saber build pays off in the end, but I don't know, I'm still feeling like the armlet just would have been a better buy. Mickey, only 300 gold now away from the Axe. You're going to get one more stack onto the Ancients here. He might just commit the Mortimer's Kisses to quickly farm it. No, he's going to leave it there for whoever else on the side of Liquid that wants to come over and farm. What's quite forgotten this bear at the moment then? It's got the Mask of Madness with the phase boots. Not really seen much action come out from Tauron so far this game. I mean, he had a little bit of a rough time in the mid lane. Already died a couple of times just from the rotations from the side of Liquid. Boxy, go for very aggressive play here. There's not even a bounty rune to be playing for. He's ended up using both his Astral Steps and his Assimilate. What? that was such a bizarre play. I'm not entirely sure what that was about. I mean, he only ends up putting down a sentry ward as well. Yeah, I don't know about that. That was odd. That was really odd. 3-2-2. But even still, Ags now online for Mickey. Echo Saber online for Yutaro. But, nah. I mean, I could go on about it all the time, but I still think this Echo Saber is a mistake. But even still, now with this Ags online, Liquid, they're going to try and make a move into the Radiant jungle, see if they can find someone. But Poshka will actually be the first one that they see. Gobble up with the toss out, with Insania there with Cookie forward. But Poshka just easily gets cleared up. Yutaro just hides in the trees. Kova's actually working on for that first time with the Mjolnir as well. Let's just go for more of a magic damage orientated build. Boxy Sinviz, he does scout out a large portion of YellowSubmarines. He's so bad all alone, he might just try and make some sort of solo move onto it, as long as if the rest of Liquid distracts some more of the YellowSubmarine members. Thrown on board, commit forward with the gobble up, toss forward. Absolutely disgusting combo. Does ridiculous amount of damage, stuns everyone. Miposhka, he just about gets to relocate out there for Yotaro. He saves the position one at least. But then even then, Collapse comes back in. They do get the return kill onto Insania, and Boxy's dropping low himself. But finally the arena will wear off. Boxy even getting a lucky first hit of the root onto Miposhka. And he will actually end up falling for this. But that was absolutely disgusting. Well, never mind. Looks like Sobad might be getting found out here as well. He does land the cookies. And Sobad, there's nowhere left for him to run. He will fall. That was disgusting. Like the gobble up with the spit out on a Pangolier who's already used Rolling Thunder. You just do some giga stun damage. And then you just keep on rolling immediately afterwards. And you just carry on stunning and doing more damage. Absolutely bonkers. Bonkers, my friend. Bonkers. Well, there you go. That explains why they put the Pangolier into position 5 role. It doesn't need to do anything else as long as if he has the Rolling Thunder available. They're just going to use this as some big cannonball. Boxy now in the front. Making a little bit of aggression onto Toronto. Collapse and rotate around. Yutaro is here. They're going to focus down onto the bear and it will fall, but Koifa's going to instantly resummon it. Yutaro is trying to stand his ground, doing a lot of damage onto Tiger. It looks like he will eventually fall, but he actually gets stunned in place. The Rolling Thunder just comes out in time. Tiger will still fall, but Yutaro and Sobad's going to fall in return. And Insania's on the chase. Not quite close enough to get the follow-up stun onto Insania. And even with the swashbuckle there, not enough damage to actually bring him down. But Boxy's keeping the chase going. Finally, there is a tether up there. Brings him safety. So, a pretty messy fight. Ends up favouring Liquid, purely for the fact that Yutaro does end up dropping. So, again, this Chaos Knight falls without being able to offer too much. Liquid having a little party up on the hill. And they both just bail at the same time. So Maelstrom online for Koifa. Actually, he's got enough money just to completely finish up the Mjolnir altogether. It's going to be a real massive power strike now for the side of Liquid. Boxy, he's moving forward. He finds the entirety of Yellow Submarines. But the Collapse, he does find Tiger in the background with the arena. They managed to get a pick off at least. A nice fear coming out from Sobad pushes the other two members of Liquid back. So they find the kill onto the position 4 at least. Ned's going to fall back into the farming pattern. They avoided the gank that was coming out. But it looks like maybe Liquid, they want to keep trying to find something else. Mickey's like, come here, Boxy, I want to gobble you up. Don't let me spit you. Doesn't sound weird at all. Insania gets to find onto Sobad. Rolling Thunder commit, just keeping him locked down in place. With the disseminate damage coming out from Boxy, it's enough to finish up all Dark Willow. A little bit of over-aggression here from Insania. They actually end up getting pinned to the wall. The follow-up damage from Tauron. And then the spit out, stuns Tauron in place with the cookie damage. There's so much. It's going to be enough on its own to finish him off. Absolutely disgusting amount of damage. Just the fact that every single Mortimer's Kisses also leaves a dot as well. It just purges away all of those refraction stacks on the TA, and just so much damage comes out. This game is just getting worse and worse for Tauron. He's got his Blink Dagger online, and he's still 600 gold away from being able to finish up his Desolator. Well, looks like Mickey and Tiger are going to find a quick kill onto Sobad. They do get the stun combo, and then before the Dark Realm even wears off, Sobad just dies. Dies in the Shadow Realm, where she shall stay for 22 more seconds. Boxy needs to be careful now. Collapse is here. Ready to collapse on. No, they didn't actually see him there with the fog. Not realising that they were there. Liquid, they spot out Tauron farming again. Looks like maybe Mickey and Insane want to go for some rolling thunder cannonball. They could even do a smoke up now. They're heading towards the top lane. They see that Yataro is farming up it, but Poshka is just waiting in the sidelines, ready to save it in a moment's notice. Meanwhile, Collapse puts the arena down, traps back into the side, but it's just Arena to his own death. And he can't even run away himself, and he will just end up falling, taking Poshka with him, who tries to assist him in that fight. Another 2 quick kills going towards Liquid. Just furthering their lead in this game. It's getting worse and worse for the side of Yellow Submarines. It's 20 minutes in, 8k gold lead. Master Commander Mjolnir on Koifer, working towards that AC as his next item. Meanwhile, Tauron, he's got his Desolator online now, so he's going to be able to start doing a little bit more damage. Well, so bad at Moxie, having a little bit of a tiff of the triangle. Meanwhile, Yataro jumps forward onto Tiger. He actually misclicks his... Oh, he actually just ended up targeting Illusion, so a little bit unfortunate there for Tiger, but I don't think he was going to survive either way. He just ends up falling once more. Yellow Submarines, they want to keep this pressure going. Collapse jumps forward with the clumsy net and spears Insania into the walls with the God's Rebuke on top. It's enough damage to bring him down. So they're starting to make some action happen, but, I mean, these kills that they're finding, they're only on the supports. Every single core on the side of Liquid is completely fine. Spot that shows the never mind that. Gobble up and spit in there. Just trying to slow everyone down in place, but the other submarines is trying to make a move into the Roshan pit, but Liquid's all here to stop this from happening. Collapse getting super low, but the fear that comes out from so bad is so bad it doesn't hit anyone. He will finally put down the wall and gives him a little bit of space to walk away. But it ends up just Liquid. They don't really have to commit anything, and they force everyone from the side of the Yellow Submarines out of the Roshan pit. It's already nicely wounded for them. The Yellow Submarines are not going to give this away lightly. They're all positioned up on the high ground. They know they need to make something happen. If they let this Roche go, it will just end disaster for them. They do find a quick kill onto Boxy. They spit in the Insania again with the Rolling Thunder. He's going to control everyone up on the side of the Yellow Submarines. The Mortimer's Kiss is even coming out, just completely melt Tauron. So bad tried going in there to try and steal away the Aegis. But he's not going to find it at all. He's ended up going to find his own death. He'll end up falling. Yataro's in full retreat from the position 5. There's nothing he can do to survive this. There will actually be the relocate out. So Miposhka saves Yataro once more, but at what cost? Miposhka's just going to end up dying anyway, and Yataro, he's not really offering much in these fights. He's only got a Yasha. Working towards his S and Y. I just so think it was a mistake not going for the armlet. I really do. But hey ho, mistakes happen. Just can't let yourself dwell on these things. Just gotta keep your chin up high, keep plodding on, and hopefully your team eventually takes a favourable engagement. I'm surprised Koifer hasn't even bothered to finish up his Desolator. He's just left it as that Blightstone. I mean, even Tauron himself only got that Desolator blink online. There's so little utility on the side of the submarines to actually be able to make much work happen. Well, Liquid tried to make a play onto his Yataro down bottom, but he's able to escape with his life for now. AC super close now for Koifer. Only 580 gold. Up top, it looks like every single member of Yellow Submarines just collapses on Mickey, and they're finally able to find a kill. But the funny thing is, a creep gets the last hit. So a little bit unfortunate there for Yellow Submarines. Couldn't funnel all that money towards one hero. pretty much just like Mickey just turned into a bounty rune. Insania got that javelin online. Just to be able to ramp up his own damage a little bit more. Well, YellowSubmarine, they find another kill onto the bear. There's a large chunk of money, so anything they can find like that, we'll just sort of keep them in this game. But even still, that net worth lead has barely changed at all for a really long time now. It's slightly plateaued, maybe just a tiny little bit dipping in YellowSubmarine's favour. But even still, that tiny little dip is after they got a kill onto the bear and onto Mickey. It just makes such a hardly any difference at all. So Tiger knows that Collapse is around here. Not able to find him though, and Collapse is able to get his TP away. So it looks like maybe Liquid, they don't want to go high ground just yet. They're going to wait till the next Roshan perhaps. Still 4 minutes away. Oh, well, what am I saying? They've still got the Aegis available now. Go Liquid, go! Take that tier 3, charge! Make that dragon feel your wrath. Ah, never mind, there's a glyph. It's going to force it back. But there's a creep wave instantly here. So here comes the siege of potential from Team Liquid. There's still only 2 members of YellowSubmarines here to actually try and stop this push from happening. 3 members up top. They're still just fanning around after taking that tier 2 tower. Gobble up and spit out, coming out from Boxy. Flies in there with the Mortem's Kiss on top. Collapse is just going to fall from this. The fear did come out from so bad, but it's not enough to actually keep the Mars alive. Meanwhile, Yutaro and Miposhka, they're actually doing a lot of damage up to the tier 3 of their own. Will be a lot of rotations now coming out from Team Liquid to try and stop this map. Miposhka, he tries to go for the relocate out, but unfortunately it doesn't do anything. He gets cancelled out by Boxy, but even still, Yutaro is able to get the TP off himself. The spit out coming out from Mickey on target, and that will get Miposhka killed. Meanwhile, down bottom, the tier 3 tower did fall to Tiger and Koifa. The bear's getting pretty damn low, but so bad. Even with the fear on top, the Aegis is now reclaimed, so Koifa's going to have to be a little bit careful. His bear does fall, but he has the second one available. But even still, there's enough poison stacks on top of so bad, and it brings him down. The Liquid's now joined the fight down bottom. Look at those boots of travel, able to get around the map super damn quick. But they're choosing not to push forward still. I would have thought they would have just carried on going for that mid lane. But Mickey's actually going to find the double damage rune down bottom. Unfortunately, you can't put that into the hands of the bear. Or can you put that into the hands of the bear? Ooh, I don't know. I can't remember. Can you put double damage rune onto the bear? If it's a bottle? Nah, that'd be silly. Even still, Liquid back to the siege in these barracks. Gobble up and spit out, current for Boxy, but nice dodge there from the Tauron. Just manages to avoid that lockdown that would be coming out. Jump forward from Collapse. He gets the arena onto Boxy and onto Mickey. Roll of Thunder coming out from Insane. Going to try and control out as much as he possibly can. The Tauron's trying to stand his ground with his BKB activated. He can't quite focus anyone down though. Just no one on the side of Liquid's dropping low at all. Even Insania manages to get the kill onto Collapse in the background. Even the Mortimer's Kisses is following up on top. Yutaro ends up dropping from Boxy as well. It's 2 kills on the side of Liquid. Absolutely everything gets committed from the YellowSubmarines, and they can't find a single thing out of this. I just don't think there's anything they can do to pull themselves back into this game. I think this is just a losing battle now. As sad as it is to see, the YellowSubmarines, they might be ended up getting knocked out of this tournament. Liquid realising the position they're in, they're just keeping pushing forward, going for those tier 4s. Even Boxy's easily able to find so bad. Insania cleans the kill up with the swashbuckle himself. And they will actually just bail now. There's still quite a large amount of HP on the tier 4s, but even still, just Liquid did their job, done a lot of damage, able to bail just before any sort of response comes out from the side of YellowSubmarines.
Normally.
Yeah, but I just don't know. I just don't know what YellowSubmarines can do to to sort of make some sort of big thing happen to bring themselves into this game. The only big teamfight ultimate they have is the arena, and Liquid, they just don't care about the arena. They do not care about the arena at all. Relocate by Poshko and Yutaro, maybe thinking they want to go for this tier 3 top. But meanwhile, Tiger and Boxy have already rotated around here. Poshko's going to fall in the next 2 seconds, which is going to leave Yutaro stranded. He needs to survive while he can. Ooh, he just managed to barely survive. He actually falls to the Shadow Poison just after he relocates out. So really fortunate there. If Yutaro fell then, that probably would have just been GG. He actually ends up walking uphill straight into the waiting arms of Koifu, and the bear alone just focuses down Yutaro. He just drops. Insanely comes in with the final little tap of that Rolling Thunder. Trying to find a follow-up grab onto Collapse. Mickey with the gobble up, spits a creep straight on top of him. Down goes the Gladiator. And yeah, YellowSubmarine, they just call out. They tap it. They're done. They don't want to sit through this anymore. And unfortunately for YellowSubmarine, that is them being knocked out of the tournament. But very well played there by Team Liquid. Just, I mean, the laning phase went okay for YellowSubmarine. Definitely down bottom. They managed to apply a lot of pressure onto Boxy and Tiger, but they just couldn't carry on rolling forwards with the momentum they were able to get, and they just stalled completely. And then from that, Liquid just completely turned this game around and then just absolutely wiped the floor with YellowSubmarines. So unfortunately, it wasn't that sort of like big back and forth game we was hoping to get, but even still, it was a really good game between these two. Definitely well-deserved victory by Liquid. So they will be going into the grand finals tomorrow. Let me see if I can... And that's against Viking.gg. So they'll be playing against Viking.gg tomorrow in the grand finals. Not sure what time that's meant to start. 5 o'clock tomorrow. Okay, so 5 PM tomorrow. We'll see those grand finals coming on. I'll be there to cast that for sure. So hopefully you guys will be there too. So it'll definitely be a fun one to watch. But if you guys have enjoyed my content, if you're watching this through Twitch or stream or whatever, I appreciate any sort of likes and follows I do get. I also have a Twitter account where I post what matches I'm going to be watching and casting. So hopefully if you guys have liked what I've been able to provide, you stick around and follow me for whatever else I'm going to do in the future. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys then. See you later.